Hello everybody, my name is Gods, WC3, but you can just call me Gods. This is going to be my official casting debut here with Happy versus Hawk in the ESL Cup European bracket. I think it's the cup number 67, if I'm right. So yeah, I haven't casted any game so far, and this is going to be my debut. I'm hoping to go pretty far with this and hopefully make a name for myself in this community. And my long-term goal is hopefully be casting these tournaments as an observer. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoy. So let's get on to the first match. All right. So we got Happy versus Hawk. We've seen this matchup many times between Happy and Hawk, and still to some people that this matchup is pretty imbalanced. But we're not here to talk about balance. We're just here to talk about the games today. So we have Happy in the bottom left. Then we got Happy in the top right. Now I'm not sure if it's my colors assigned from Warcraft 3 Champions, or if it's just the color they're picking, but they seem to be red and yellow. So Happy looks like he's going to be just going his normal Fiend build. He's probably just going to go 3 goals into 1 Fiend. He's going to have 1 Scout Acolyte most likely. This Acolyte's going to come out and build a shop right here. And it seems like Hawk has 2 farms right now. It's hard to tell right now if he's going to go for a fast expansion. Usually if a human gets up to 36, which is basically 4 farms, that's usually a sign that they're going to fast expand. But it's kind of unclear nowadays. It seems like the humans nowadays at this level are really going for the fast expansion, especially against the Crypt Lord. But Happy's not a big fan of the Crypt Lord, so he's obviously not going to be going Crypt Lord. He's going to be going DK instead, since the recent nerf with the Crypt Lord that he hasn't become as viable. He's still a really good option against human players, but it just seems like it's not really Happy style. With his idea, it's just more of like playing clean execution with the strategy that he's doing, and with proper execution, he's going to beat human every time. So yeah, it's kind of interesting. He's just attacking this peasant right now, being annoying. The Archmage comes out. We got 5 militia, just 1 footman. The other footman's down here scouting to see what's going to be going on. Right as the DK comes out, that's usually a sign that the footman's just going to stay here a long time, keep tabs on the DK, and usually the purpose of this footman is just to keep tabs on DK, and sometimes if you can dish out the damage that is necessary on the DK, sometimes the footman right here, as you can see, will just go hit some acolytes. It's kind of annoying, but it's really not a big deal. It's more effective really to put damage on the DK early, in my opinion. Just little slabs of damage, but with the micro of Happy, it could result in an unnecessary footy kill. So Hawk goes for the quick green camp with the militia. He's going to pull more militia right now after going for these Murlocs, and it seems like he is going to fast expand on the 4th farm. Here we see it is. Happy's probably going to go for level 2. This is usually what he does, and this is what undeads have found most effective. They usually go for this green camp right here, right after the 2nd one, just to get level 2, and then they'll go ahead and attack. I think Happy's Acolyte died. Yeah, he's at 19 food, so that means his Acolyte died. I guess I wasn't paying attention. So yeah, Happy's going to be coming around here. He's got 2 rods, 2 charges of rod, and it seems like he doesn't have a backpack apparently, so that's kind of weird. Usually Happy, when he attacks this on level 2, he also lost a lot of unnecessary damage on his DK. We have 6 freaking peasants here. This is going to be crazy, but usually when he gets level 2 like this, he doesn't take as much damage, and he usually has the Fiend bring a 2nd rod when he gets the upgrade. But he doesn't have that here, so he's not going to be here super long. Inevitably, a peasant or 2 might go down. So far, he's lost 1 peasant since the peasant back into the mine. Sends the 2nd peasant back to the mine to hopefully save it. It looks like he's going to save it. Yes, he does. Happy's going to come back and just coil it, though, so it's no big deal for him. He's been kind of keeping a good job on keeping this Fiend and DK relatively at decent HP. DK probably could have been... Nah, actually, I would say that would be perfect DK movement for the most part. So it looks like Hawk's going to get that expansion. So let's check the tech. So Happy's about to finish Tier 2. Or he's about to finish and go on to Tier 2. So we see right here, he's got... I believe his third Fiend queued. He's got his Lich queued. He's not teching right away. Instead, he's going to go for a Slaughterhouse. Which before, if you had watched a lot of Happy, watched a lot of Back to Warcraft, you would know that Happy usually would go basically insta-tech into a Slaughterhouse with 2 Ziggurats and pretty much... Well, no, he would actually delay his Slaughterhouse and go into Lich. But right here, he's delaying his tech right now for a fast Lich, fast Slaughterhouse, and a Ziggurat, third Ziggurat. So he's going to be planning on, which is my guess, he's probably going to keep on pressuring Hawk right here. Hawk started his tech, and he's got the Expo up. Now he doesn't, what I'm kind of concerned about is that he doesn't really have that, this expansion really fortified. Okay, so he starts to make a shop now. Happy, the 3 Fiends. He's got a really low DK right now, which is all going to change once he has this statue come out. But his Ziggurat barely just finishes. Happy kind of seems like his macro is maybe a little bit off. I'm not exactly sure. No, okay, he's just not teching yet. He's just going to go straight for the Slaughterhouse. He's not going for the 4th Zig either. So I'm assuming he's going to be teching when he gets the Goldfoot right here. His DK is pretty weak right here. I'm sure maybe at some point Hawk might try to take advantage of that, but Happy has excellent DK micro and keeping his excellent DK control. So he cancels the shop. That's kind of a big deal because he's going to need that shop for later when this siege starts to get bigger. And these water elements are doing pretty good damage right now. He only has 2 footmen. Has Dirtle footman in the back right there. He's starting to make his Sim City. Oh, nice blocking the Lich. Lich is taking decent damage. Honestly, all of Happy's army right now is pretty freaking weak. He's got 2 weak Fiends, 2 weak heroes. He's got 1 statue. You know, Happy started his tech. Let's check Hawk's tech. It's just about to come out, so that means he's probably going to queue the Mountain King as soon as he can, instantly checking out the Mountain King. So he's got a decent Sim City here. A lot of peasants on the wood right here in case he needs to repair. Really not a bad Sim City. Maybe could have put a farm right here, perhaps, or maybe right there, just to kind of like weird out the whole Sim City in case you want to come like just dive right in. So right now, Happy has no rod charges left. I wonder if this Fiend is bringing a rod. No, he's not. And it seems like Hawk's doing a relatively decent job. I mean, the Lich is that level. The DK is not that level. I mean, he's level 2. That's all right. This is kind of a weird... This is kind of really weird because... Let's see the tech of Hawk right now. He's about a quarter, maybe, or so, away from being Tier 3. Hawk's got the Mountain King up. He's got a decent amount of footies. Only 4. And Happy's tech is not super crazy ahead. I mean, he's about half a tech ahead, maybe a little less, 40%. A couple footmen go down. We have the Storm Bolts. He's got a coil, though. He's going to be able to pull it back, most likely save it. Man, probably not, actually. Damn. I underestimated the 5-second freaking stun time from Mountain King. Looks like Happy's going to retreat. Probably go for some creeping right here. Some really fast creeping. I think that Happy realizes that his heroes are kind of not really leveled right now. I expected him to have level 2 Lich, and with Frost Armor at this stage, when you're sieging this Sim City, usually Frost Armor is super helpful against those footmen, but I mean, now he has it. Gets a 1 mana stealing. It's not a bad item. Pretty good for the DK. So we have Archmage at 3.4, Amount of King at 1.2. Hawk is kind of sitting on some gold right now. He's got about 1,000. Happy's not so much. So right now, Happy's just going to try to get to 50 supply as fast as he can. Go for some creeping in the process. DK is going to be bringing the orb. He's got the orb right here. He's going to hand it to the Lich. We got basically the standard undead army for when you're sieging into human base. Okay, so we finally got the level 3 on the DK. Got the orb on the Lich. Right now, Happy doesn't really have any damage items. He's got the greater healing. That's okay. Not a super crazy item, but it could be good later on. And we got the Pit Lord, so he's gonna select Rain of Fire. Of course, it's kind of just the standard usual stuff. And right now, Hawk is not in a bad or good position, I would say. It's hard to tell until he starts pumping out these knights. But honestly, this is not a bad game for Hawk. Alright, so it looks like we have a fight going on. We got the first gyro coming out. Now, I believe Happy queued the Destroyer macro upgrade. Looks like Lich is going to be getting hit right here real quick, but he's got the coil. A web on the gyro right there. This is like really a never good thing because you want to keep these gyro numbers pretty high up when the destroyers start to come through. So we got your standard 52 supply, 50-ish supply undead army right here, and the Lich is going to be getting hit real quick. I'm assuming he's going to pass the greater healing, and he does. He passes the greater healing, keeping the Lich alive. That Lich is super important for putting out so much damage on these units. But right now, it looks like Hawk is not doing a bad job engaging. He's got the Paladin out. He's got the Orb of Fire out. He's got the Staff out. Gets another Fiend kill. I'm happy right now. 51 supply. Hawk has 53 supply. Hawk has the expansion up, so he can afford to lose units at this point. And it seems like this is a pretty good game for Hawk so far. I'm not really sure how it's like so close. I feel like it was part of DK's harass in the beginning. Maybe he didn't. It's partly because he didn't have that rod in the beginning from that fiend, and now it's kind of like a domino effect here. So we got about, I'd say, 6 gyros. 6 gyros is not super bad, but you're gonna need more against these 2 destroyers, and especially considering the fact that these fiends have web now, which is kind of weird. So we got the 3 human levels. Right now, Happy's sitting at 3.7, 3.3, and 2. So we got 3.2 hero levels. We got 3.2, 1 hero levels for the human. Creeping up on level 4 for the Archmage. And looks like Hawk is going to try to get a creep steal right here. Now, with the new update, the Knights have Sundering Blades automatically. So these Fiends are basically getting cut through like butter. And that Fiend just looks like it's going to go down. Good, really good Rain of Fire on the freaking gyros right there. We need a good... Oh, gosh. Looks like this is kind of a scrappy fight here. Putting on Frost Armor on these Fiends is super helpful for keeping that stuff alive. Archmage almost died, so he's going to have to TP out. Looks like that was a pretty good fight for Happy, actually. He only has 1 Fiend, though, or 2 Fiends. Sorry, he has a weak Fiend as well. And he has another Fiend he saved back there. So it was actually a pretty good fight for Happy. He kept the destroyers alive as well. And it's looking like kind of an awkward part of the game. Right now, Hawk has about 3 knights. I'm not sure how many gyros he has. He has 5 gyros. Another knight coming out.
A player's forces are under attack.
And it makes me wonder if that fight was really necessary for Hawk to take on right there. I mean, at this point, you do think maybe he should just play it safe, get the hero levels that he needs, because he's definitely behind. Now that Happy's getting these really good hero levels, he's got 4 on the DK, almost 4 on the Lich, which is going to get Dark Ritual, which is going to be more Novas. Then he's almost got level 3 on the Pit Lord, not the craziest level. Let's check out this Lich. He's got a Claws plus 5, Gloves of Haste. And Warsong Battle Drums from that Red Creeper. Forgot to check earlier, see what Hawk gets. And it looks like Hawk's going to get the Khadgar's Pipe. Probably the worst, literally the worst item he could have got there, since the Archmage already has Brilliance. I believe with the new update now, though, that you can sell that for a good amount of gold, which is gonna help Hawk's supply go up. That's for sure. We got double barracks, double workshop, so he's gonna be able to pump out a lot of that stuff, a lot of the supply.
A player's
Hawk
forces are
scouting with the gyros right now, saying that Happy hasn't crept that yet. And Happy getting the Roby and Magi, man. Anybody who plays undead just literally busts a nut every time they get a Roby on a Lich. Like, come on, dude, you get extra mana, you get damage. Man, Happy is slowly creeping this with his DK. He's trying to get level 5 DK, which is kind of odd. I mean, I guess it makes sense because he's already somewhat close, but... interesting. So he's got the Wand of the Wind. Right now, Happy has... Not Happy. Hawk has literally no casters at all. He's just going for straight knights and going for straight gyros right now. You'll see some humans go for some priests, and some humans go for like inner fire and stuff. Oh, some gyros get caught off right here. We got 3 destroyers. We got the next big fight looking right here. And man, that tower goes down pretty easily. I'm surprised Hawk didn't get the armor upgrade for the human buildings. And these knights are going to start to concave on these fiends. They're just running straight past those skulls. Those skulls, they don't really care anybody. And oh my god, look at those gyro numbers. Those gyros are dishing out serious damage. That fiend is about to go down. There's traits all around the board right here. But Happy's got the spirit hero levels. So it's not that... much of a lead, but it's something. Actually, if you look at Hawk's Happy levels right now, he's got 433, so these heroes are actually doing work. The Pit Lord in trouble. It looks like he might actually go die. And he didn't coil the Pit Lord. He coiled something else. What did he coil? I'm assuming he coiled the Destroyer, possibly. And maybe he thought the Pit Lord would be able to live through that. But is it really worth... Is the Pit Lord not going to be worth as much? And oh, those gyros just got a huge amount of damage. All 3 destroyers super, super weak, and the destroyers are just going in, chasing. And we got the next fight over here. Oh, 2 destroyers going down, and the 3rd destroyer is going to go down as well. Oh, but Happy gets the Archmage, denying him any sort of lead. Hawk is getting now. The Lich slowly going down. He needs another coil, but he has no mana for it. Oh my god, nice block by Happy, preventing that Stormbolt from connecting right there. So we got the Pit Lord back. Oh! Is it Lich gonna die? Oh, but Hawk using the invulnerable. He's got Holy Light, and he buys the TP. Wow. And the Archmage almost died in the process. Super crazy fight right there. Happy sitting at 40 supply, but Hawk, it looks like he's winning this game. He's got 433 hero levels. Yes, Happy has 544 hero levels. But Hawk is creeping up on level 4 Mountain King, which isn't the biggest level. He's over halfway. He's over halfway to level 5. Paladin almost level 4. He's got decent gyro numbers still. Happy has no destroyers at the moment. And it looks like he's probably going to be queuing. Yep, if I was him, I'd probably be queuing more destroyers right now. But Hawk just wants to close this game out. He's going to get another Fiend right here. Good micro by the Paladin, making sure he stays alive. Without him, a lot of these units and heroes that he has are not going to live. And I wonder where the Archmage was that entire time. Because I believe he TP'd. Was he not in the same group? So we got 4 Fiends for Happy. Honestly, Hawk's got the expansion. He's got the supply lead. This looks like a pretty winnable game for Hawk. I don't see how he could lose this. He's got another expansion coming up right here. I'm surprised Happy hasn't scouted this yet, since he has absolutely amazing scouting. I believe the issue that went wrong with this game was he didn't get a second rod. He could have got the green... I mean, if he was going to get this green creep, he could have just probably ran straight back to the shop and get another rod, and it probably would have been worth it when he came up here, but he didn't do what he usually does and get, or he didn't usually. Sorry. He didn't get what he usually gets, which is the second rod by getting the upgraded on the Black Citadel, or the Necropolis rather. So we got the next big fight right here. Frost Armor on the Fiend, the Pit Lord dishing out rain of fire damage, but it doesn't really matter to these knights. That Lich is getting focused, and he has no invul. With another Stormbolt and possibly a Holy Light, that Lich might go down. And here's the problem: when you have no destroyers, these water elements are suddenly really useful. The knights are all slowly but surely coming down. Actually, I don't know about Shirley. They're actually, Hawk's doing a good job of keeping them alive. Oh, goes for the nuke, but Hawk with the deny with the Holy Light and stabs him out. Nice save on the Mountain King. And oh my god, Happy is definitely losing this game. There's no way. Hawk has 71 supply. Happy has 40 supply. He almost has the 5/5 heroes, which is the super nuke, but it looks like Hawk is stabilizing. I mean, without destroyers, these water elements are just dishing out so much damage. Right now, Happy's probably going to transform one of the destroyers and probably suck the mana juice out of the the other statue and then make two. But with these gyros right here, I mean, is there really a point? He's just kind of got 3 statues sitting around here, and the DK having Frost Armor on. Nice job applying the Frost Armor. He's got enough mana for another Nova, and it looks like he's going for the... Ooh. Wonder if that was a bait, going for the nuke on the Paladin, but then coiling the Fiend right here. Nice job hitting all the flying machines, but he's also hitting his statue in the process. There's so much stuff going on here. It's hard to tell, but it definitely... I mean, it's not hard to tell who's winning this, but it's hard to tell and keep track of everything that's going on. What a crazy game. It's so crazy how Happy's still doing a good job with this game with his intense micro. And right now, Mountain King is back in the game. He's got some... He's probably got 1 Stormbolt right now. He's probably saving it for this Pit Lord. And the DK has no coil right now. He has no TP, no invul. None of the heroes have invuls. Okay, the Pit Lord has an invul. We have an A-bomb coming out, but he has no disease cloud. So really, he's just a big meat shield. Fiend getting hit right here. It looks like another Fiend's going to go down. 2 Fiends are going to go down. He's got the Acolytes out. And it looks like Happy's done mining. This game is definitely going to Hawk. There's no doubt about it in my mind. Hawk has 2 mining bases. Wait, he only has 1 mining base. This game's not over. If Happy can somehow win this fight and stay alive, then maybe he can re-expand. But he's losing another Fiend right now. Happy gonna get the trade with the DK. Oh, the DK surrounded! He's gonna get nuked and he's gonna die! And that's it! Hawk gets the first game. What a good game. Holy crap. Good job by Hawk on keeping up to date with his macro right there. He had good supply around the whole game. Around the time when Happy got 50 supply, Hawk around had that same amount, which it's not really super accurate because you have all those peasants. But pretty good game by Hawk, but I would say it was more of mistakes by Happy than anything else. Because I really think him not having that second rod when he went to go with the level 2 DK rushing that human expansion. Sorry about that. Not having that rod, that second rod, really screwed him over. Because if you think about it, he didn't have enough skeletons to harass those peasants effectively enough. And I think at the time, Hawk had he had around like 3 footmen, 2 footmen, 4 footmen. I'm not sure. Alright, but we have the second game here on Northern Isles. Happy going with the same build order as last game. He's gonna go 3 goals into 1 Fiend, which is actually really smart. I'm not sure if he was the first one to do this. I know the Ted Fiend build is similar, but we might as well call it the Happy build. Adjusting it with, I believe, 3 goals now. I could be incorrect on that, but I'm pretty sure that's what it is. So basically, he gets 3 goals, which ends up being 16 supply. But with the Scout Acolyte, that's 17, so you can fit in that extra Fiend right there before you get your second Zig if you wanted to. And it works out even better because once you lose your Acolyte, you can get up to 25 supply with 3 Fiends in the DK, your 3 goals, your 5 Acolytes. And then that will be enough to get your Lich when he comes out. So, we got Hawk. Top right again. Happy in the bottom left. Going for the DK. And I'm really curious if he's going to do the same thing again where he harasses with just the 2 charges of rods. I wonder maybe if he thinks it's not worth it doing that anymore since the patch. But I've seen him do it before on ladder and on stream. So, it's kind of weird to me that he didn't do that like last time. So we got the first footman coming out. Hawk gonna go for the instant green camp right there with the militia.
A player's forces are under attack.
Happy. He didn't kill the looks like he didn't go for the critter kill, so he had to kill the critter himself. But he's doing a nice job not letting these rots of necromancy or these skeletons get purged. And this is kind of what the footman is for in the beginning. It keeps tabs on the DK, and if you see right here, it's going to just dish out some nice damage on either the skeletons or the DK. But Happy, building with it nicely. He's not losing too much HP.
A player's forces are under attack.
Alright, now it's time for Hawk to go for the fast expansion. Usually, Hawk is pretty much always going to go for the fast expo. Almost every time. He's got the 4th farm right here. We got 2 footmen out, and the 3rd footman is out there scouting. He knows he's probably going to go for this Murloc camp. This is always what Happy does against human on this map usually. He basically goes for this green camp right here, and then he goes for this green camp right here, which basically means level 2. And then he goes ahead and creeps the Murloc camp. It gets level 2 and goes to the fast expansion. Here we see the adjustment that I was talking about last game. He gets the rod on the Fiend, the upgrade from the main, where it allows units to carry items you buy from the shop. Only 2 slots, but it does matter because now he has a lot more charges to work with. Hawk coming out here, strangely, I'm assuming he got maybe... he doesn't have an illusion. Hawk's just coming out here chilling. Alright, so here's the adjustment. We have more rots to work with this time, so a lot more peasants, in theory, should go down. So here we see the first peasant going down. The footmen are attacking these skeletons, which is a good idea because that's usually what you want to do in this situation. Nice save on the peasant, but looks like the Fiend is going to get it inevitably. DK is a lot more healthier this time. Instead, Happy invests it into another peasant kill. And that was a lot more peasant kills. What was that? 1, 2, 3, 4? 4 peasant kills? So it was a lot more damaging than the first time around. And you notice, and you'll see a way bigger difference. He used 2 charges. If he didn't buy that second rod, he would have only used 1 charge. But now he's buying a second charge, and he's going to use it again, possibly to harass these peasants here. I'm not sure where these skeletons are going. I'm assuming they're going to the main, which they are. He already has some skeletons in here being super annoying. Happy meeting up with the Archmage. Archmage just dishing out damage. He's not really caring. He has no care in the world for this Archmage right now. We only have 1 tower at the expansion. It looks like Happy's going to just stay here and kill some more peasants. And this is why having that extra rod is a big deal. It allows you to put on this pressure that you wouldn't be able to do if you didn't have the rods and the skeletons there. Let's check Happy's tech. Happy's already got the hero coming out, and this is usually what Happy does. Against Orc, it's a little bit different. He doesn't go for the greedy tier 3, but against human, I assume in his mind, he thinks that he can afford it, So he just goes straight for the Lich and then goes for the Slaughterhouse with these 3 goals like I mentioned. As you see, he has perfect 30 supply with the 3 Fiends and the Lich and the DK.
A player's forces are
And
under
3
attack.
goals. Alright, we got decent footies numbers out. Nothing crazy though. Hawk at kind of low wood. This guy really low wood, and but he just techs, so it's really not that bad. Making the lumber mill now. Kind of concerned for Hawk now because he has level 3. Yes, he has a claws. He has a gloves of haste. Good items, really good items for him. But right now he doesn't really have a Sim City, and the Lich is going to be coming around soon right here.
Forces are under attack.
In which case, even at level 1, the Lich comes out and he's already a threat. Abby knows this is an illusion, but he's probably just killing it. Just to, like, stop being annoying, following wherever he goes. Alright, so Hawk is still not making... Okay, now he does. It's kind of interesting to me when he decides to make this Arcane Vault, because he had enough wood for it a while ago. Arcane Vault is only 130 gold, 30 wood. So I wonder why he didn't make it sooner. I guess he just has confidence in all these footmen that he has. I'm not sure if he has the defense upgrade. I didn't check to see if it was queued. Alright, so we already are at tier 3. Happy's going to come over here. Might sell the ring. Yep, and grabs the orb.
Forces are under attack.
Another illusion right here. Happy has a mantle. Good item for the Lich. And Hawk going for this camp right here. If he can manage to get this camp, that's actually a big deal. Wanted to win, amazing item right now for the... This is actually a really good item right here. And the reason being is because it will be somewhat of a while until Happy does get destroyers. So he's got the 2 statues out. He's probably going to queue the thing the destroyer form soon, and this is why the wand is useful, because he has no destroyers to dispel, but he's not really using it effectively right there. I'm not sure if he got a fiend kill. No, he did not. So unless he had a surround, which he has a surround right here, but is that really a good idea? I don't like the use of this. Yeah, these footmen are just literally taking damage. Like I don't know what Hawk's doing right here. That, like, on units, that Cyclone is going to be a long time. I'm not sure if Hawk was aware of that. But now Happy's in a situation where he can kind of just creep freely. These footmen aren't a huge threat anymore with the Orb of Corruption and the Pit Lord and the 2 statues out. Oh, almost getting nuked, but Hawk not just going to let his hero die. TP's out. Hawk looks like he's not really having that much of a game. He has a pretty decent Sim City here, but that Wand of the Wind he misused terribly. The reason why it's so good at that point is because he doesn't have Dispel. So if he can manage to surround or deal a lot of damage to a Fiend, or even 2 Fiends, whatever, if you can manage to use that Wand of the Wind on a DK before he can coil, or even use it to surround a hero, to say, maybe force a TP on the DK, for example, then it's really good. But he kind of just wasted it, and I don't know what he was doing surrounding that Fiend with defense. Like, Happy was not going to allow that. Alright, so this is the siege we all know and love. Alright, so we got 49 supply right here. It's crazy to think that this is 49 supply, but it's a really, really strong 49 supply. 1 destroyer out, which is good for dispelling these water elements, and they basically just melt through these water elements. We got 5 Fiends, DK, Lich, and a Pit Lord. All these peasants just going down from this Rain of Fire and this Nova. I'm not sure if he used Nova, actually. That Town Hall doing serious damage, and this Mountain King is already freaking super weak. I'm not sure when he got level 2. I actually wasn't paying attention. I guess he crept the Tusk Camp right here. And let's see what he goes. He goes for Bash. Happy in a good position, but he is on a time clock. Or, yeah, he is on a timer because he's having... Hawk has a ton of money pumping out right now. And he's pumping out flying machines. And once Hawk gets tier 3, he's going to be able to pump out nice. And since the Sundering Blades upgrade is automatically installed now with the new update, those knights are a lot more effective on these fiends. Alright, let's see what Hawk does. Trying to engage into the fight, but he's only got 3 footmen. Like, he really can't do anything right here. All those peasants are super weak. Nice heal scroll though, after he Nova'd. So, there's not really any follow-up. Happy's still sitting at 40 on supply, and he goes for double temple. Huh. I guess it does make sense because he's not going for breakers, which is at the same time risky for this reason. If you don't go breakers, then suddenly these banshees, or even like priest for example with dispelling, suddenly these banshees become super useful because there's no way to really deal with it if you don't have breakers. And Hawk, from what I understand, likes to just go straight knights and gyros, which is good until you have curse. So we have the Banshee coming out. He's got double temple. Happy can't afford it too because he is sitting over 50 supply. He was banking. Alright. So Hawk's got the 3 heroes out now. He's got 3-2-1 heroes. Happy's about to have 3-3-2 heroes. Alright, there's the level 3 Lich. Happy gets the Warsong Battle Drums. Amazing item. Probably the best item he could have got if I'm being honest. Let's check out this Lich. Yeah, this Lich is pumping out now. Not super crazy, but considering that he doesn't even have a clause, that's pretty good. Plus 13. Meanwhile, Hawk farmed for the XP, getting the level 2 on the Paladin. And he's going to go for the red creep himself. Let's hope, or not let's hope, but Hawk hopes to get a good item right here. Alright, so it looks like while Hawk is attacking, he's creeping. Or wait, not Hawk, Happy, I meant. So, Happy's got 3-3-3 hero levels right now. Soon to be creeping up on level 4 for the DK. Hawk needs to get a good item. Getting the Legion Doomhorn, really good item for the human. Probably the best item, actually. Either that or... no, that probably is the best item. Alright, so, we got Happy. Ooh, quad kill. Almost 5 kills. About to be 6 kills, almost. And... look at these anti-magic. Look at this anti-magic. Look at this army that Happy has. He suddenly has 70 supply. How did he get 70 supply so quick? He doesn't have an expansion. I guess he just banks for so long, which really is coming out here. And Hawk's only at 50 supply. He's not ready yet. But Hawk's going to go ahead and try and fight. Holy Lights the MK, stabs him out before he gets nuked. These knights are already super weak, but once Curse is applied here, these knights are just not going to do anything. I think actually Happy might have Curse off. Let's see if Hawk is making an Arcane Sanctum. He's not making an Arcane Sanctum. And while behind this attack, which is genius, Happy is going to expand, which is basically like his insurance in case he gets absolutely owned. But it doesn't look like that. Happy, or not Hawk. Hawk and Happy. It's like, sounds similar. This expansion is going to go down. Looks like Hawk is probably going to lose this game. He's got 2 mortars. I'm guessing for those Banshees, but... man, he's just got no army. He's 47 supply. And this is what happens when you are able to do so much more damage in the beginning with those rods. Happy having the Sobi mask. I wonder if he bought that. He might not have. But that is a great, probably the best item in my opinion on DK. It is an amazing item. But Hawk's going to try to play this. Looks like he's going to try to re-expand with just 1 peasant. Which is kind of sad. But it's happening. Happy says, you know what? I have a pretty big lead already. I have an expansion coming out. I doubt you're going to cancel it, so I'm just going to go creep. Got Wand of Illusion. Not really. It's not a bad item. Actually, I think he got the Period from that. I believe he did. And even though Hawk... Even though Hawk had,
Players'
like,
forces
this...
are under attack.
It wasn't super bad early. But it wasn't... It definitely wasn't good. This looks like it was way worse than it should have been. I mean, it seemed like he pumped out knights pretty late. I mean, at one point, he did have 1,600 gold. I'm not sure if he was just trying to bank for so long. I think it's maybe because his tier 3 was so late. And that was due to the fact that he lost so many peasants in the beginning. But Happy has the expansion now. Hawk is barely making his back. And
A player's force is
looks
under
like
attack.
Happy's just having a free game right here. I'm not sure where the Pit Lord is. He could use level 4 right here. Wow, look at that. Perfectly timed for the Pit Lord to come back after buying that freaking, or I don't know what he bought. Bought something. Perfectly timed bringing that Pit Lord back and getting that level 4. But this looks pretty dire. He's only got 3 knights, 4 2/2 hero levels. At this point, you want at least 4 3/3. He's coming up to it, but Happy is just taking care of that guard tower and just dealing out so much damage now. Hawk's gonna try though with the Blizzard, but with this anti-magic, it doesn't really do that much. These Mords, basically their job is to hopefully deal with these Banshees in the back. But I doubt that's gonna happen. He only has 1 destroyer because he doesn't even need destroyers that bad anymore with this Blizzard, and with so few knights, he could just kill it. Hawk is Happy's taking a while to engage into this fight. I'm not sure why. I mean, he's kind of giving Hawk a fighting chance. Hawk has 1,000 gold now. He's still not pumping out knights, and I think the reason being is because he has no
Players'
wood.
forces are under attack.
I mean, what upgrades are these knights? They're not even upgraded. So,
Is under
yeah, it definitely looks like this wood problem. I'm never too sure why humans put so much peasants. I mean, it makes sense. Oh my god, look at Happy just killing his peasants over and over, just not giving Hawk a break. Humans invest so much peasants into the wood over here. And I guess it's for the tower repair and for the expansion repair. And it is helpful. But with this Pit Lord Nova combo, Renifire Nova combo, it's really, really hard to keep them alive. You could just see this Pit Lord is just going to town. It seems like it's taking forever for Hawk. I'm not really too sure why. But get all the supply he needs. I'm guessing it's the wood. It has to be. I believe our knights, I think they're 60 wood? 45? I want to say 60. And 240 gold, but I'm not sure. Did he not get the wood upgrade? Because with the wood new patch, you can get the wood upgrade earlier, and it's a lot more helpful. But okay, Hawk's finally starting to get some decent knight numbers. Banshees are actually taking decent damage. That Pit Lord taking big boy damage by these knights, but it doesn't matter. Nice staff on that knight, saving it from the Coil Nova. It's kind of just like a Mexican standoff. I mean, Happy has 87 supply. He has an expansion. He has another expansion coming up. I mean, I guess there's really... It's just kind of genius if you think about it. He's just literally dwindling Hawk down. Like, look at these peasants he's killing. Hawk is constantly having to remake peasants. And this is just, without a doubt, a guarantee win. He's just dwindling him down too much. Alright, he just queued another knight. Yep. So what upgrade are these knights? There's still not any upgrades on them. We have 3-1 on the Fiends. Super good. The Banshees have master upgrade. Yeah, I think. So now possess. I believe it's yeah, they have master training. Banshees they have possess. So now there's even that factor to consider. Happy with the super scary undead army. Looks like Hawk's gonna finally try to engage into this fight, but no, he's just gonna pull back. He's just kind of picking at him. Gave him a free knight right there. That was kind of unnecessary. Probably should have staffed him out. And it looks like what Hawk is trying to do here is just kind of liquidate the fight to a point where he can make them weak with the morts, make him weak with the morts and the blizzard. Which he's actually doing a decent job with it. But Happy, his supply is climbing. He's got 92 supply. He's not super broke because he's mining on 3 bases right now. Oh, Pitlord in a kind of a tough spot right there, but seems like it's fine. These morts and this blizzard doing decent damage, but with the statue and the unholy aura, they're just gonna come back and get increased HP. These banshees kind of taking decent damage. Good AoE damage. I wonder how it would look with Flame Strike. I'm sure if Happy's like playing this super safe. Alright, so this is kind of just like this is probably the most awkward fight I've ever seen. Alright, so looks like Hawk is coming out with another knight, another mort. I'm assuming they have frag shards. It's got no peasants, none on this town hall. You know, these morts in high numbers do decent damage. Now he's only got 2 because he staffed out 2. I believe he might have killed some earlier. He's got more knights pumping out right now. He's giving Hawk a fighting chance, but we also need to keep in mind that Happy is so high in supply. He's got super good upgrades. He's probably going to have, I'm assuming he's going to get, yep, he's going to get the 2nd armor upgrade soon. He's got so many statues for some reason. I'm pretty sure he's going to morph from destroyers because this guy has no... Oh, looks like Happy's going to try to take a fight now. So we got the 3 illusions popping out. Hawk is spending a lot of his time hitting those illusions. I'm not sure if he's like just all confused on which one's the real one. But obviously with the anti-magic, those are the real ones. So he shouldn't even be targeting those. Nice staff on the mort, keeping it safe. And Happy's just diving straight in right here, keeping the banshees and statues in the back line. He's kind of blizzarding his own units right now. Nice Nova on the knights. Pit Lord pretty much always safe because... Oh, he doesn't have an invul, actually. But he has a coil. He always has the coil. Yeah, this... Happy's literally not losing anything. He's still at 92. He might have lost 1 or 2 units. I'm not sure. This curse is just doing wonders. This anti-magic's doing wonders. MK gets owned. AM's almost dead. Paladin's almost dead. 42 supply. Hawk also GG. That was a really, really drawn out game. And I'm glad that Happy fixed this mistake of going for this this weird thing where he didn't go for another rod. But looks like we're good now. Alright, so the series is, I believe, 1-1. Alright, let's get into the next game. Sorry, I forgot to update the scoreboard earlier. My apologies. Like I said, it is my casting debut, so go easy on me. Alright. So, this is the somewhat new map. Oh, it is a new map, Tidehunters. I haven't actually played it myself all that much, so I'm not super familiar with the creep routes. I believe Happy likes to go... I know against Orc, Happy likes to go for this yellow camp, and then go for the items on both gold camps. But I'm assuming Hawk is going to fast expand on this camp right here, because I'm pretty sure that's the easier one. It is with just the Murlocs, so probably going to see that, but I'm not sure which one humans nowadays go for. And where's the 5th Acolyte? Happy's not scouting. Interesting. Interesting. We see this finals so often, and so often Happy always comes back no matter what. If he's down a game, he'll win 2 games back, and it's just so weird how he does it, but he does it. And Happy is just so good, incredibly good in this matchup. I don't believe it's so much undead and human to say. I think you should just give credit where credit is due sometimes, and Happy is just incredibly good. He's just really good in this matchup. He just knows how to play it well. He dwindles down the human army a lot. Hawk hasn't really done anything to buy himself so much time so far. He's kind of just been defending the whole time. And that first game, that was more of Happy's mistake. But hopefully Hawk can turn things around. I would like to see a best of 5 in terms of in the series. This is only the normal ESL Weekly Cup though, so it's nothing too crazy on the line. Alright, so Happy is going for the yellow camp. I thought so. And looks like Hawk is going to go straight for this expansion. Yep, he's calling the militia right now. He's got 2 footmen. He's got the footman right here dealing with Acolyte, doing decent damage actually. Happy taking decent damage from this camp. He might go for this green camp to get the level 2, but I'm not sure. Or he might just go for the item. Yep, it looks like he's going to go for the item. He likes to get items. Happy loves items because he likes to stack up on claws. He likes a really high damage lich. Super easy camp for Hawk. Gets a circlet. Gloves of Haste isn't good, but the circlet's good. Happy gets the ring. Not the usual items Happy gets, but he gets it. Gets a circlet. Good item. I would probably say it's better actually for Happy because the ring is pretty good on the Pit Lord later on. Alright, so here is Hawk trying to push out damage on the DK before he comes around. Happy, he's going to buy a claw, signature Happy move right there. Right here, we have the two rod charges again, and this time we don't have another rod. So I wonder if he only does this on Northern Isles. Maybe he only does it on Northern Isles because the level 2 is super fast on that map. It's not crazy slow on this map, but I felt like it would be worth it to still get the second rod.
A player's forces are under attack.
Well, looks like Hawk's doing okay. He's got 2 skeletons right here for Happy. They're going to be kind of annoying. I'm sure you can save that peasant right there, most likely. Wow, look at that. I don't think... Hawk is kind of blocking himself. He's kind of blocking the footman from reaching to the skeleton. Kind of a big mistake by Hawk right there. I don't know if the footman can go through that little area right there. I believe they can. It looks like they can fit through. And Hawk kind of just blocked his own peasants right there. Prevented the footman from attacking the skeleton. So he lost an unnecessary peasant right there. The first one, okay, that was probably going to die. But the second one was kind of unnecessary. And Hawk's going to try to creep while dishing out damage on this DK. Really smart. Archmage is almost getting level 3. I'm not sure if he gets level 3 on this camp. I don't think he will. So Hawk's sitting at 2.9. Did he get it denied or something? I'm assuming that's like a level 3 creep route. Or else he wouldn't go for it maybe. But he can't just get this turtle. Huh. Happy's gonna do some creeping himself. He's got 3 fiends out. This time he's going for the slaughterhouse and lich. So basically, it's basically like the first game. He's on tier 2. He's getting the slaughterhouse right away, getting the lich right away, and for that game he lost. And Hawk's gonna come here try to cancel, and he is going to get the cancel. This definitely looks like a cancel on the slaughterhouse. That's kind of the issue. He should have made the slaughterhouse right here. He's making it now. Lich comes out, gets a nice Nova, but Hawk does get the cancel. I think it is somewhat worth it to get that cancel, because now statues are going to be delayed, which means the DK is not going to heal as fast. It's not going to be as smooth creeping. Hawk's going to be much more of a threat without the statue there, but not super game changing, but it is a big deal. Typically, we don't see you don't see as much slaughterhouses in the front for that reason. Usually, undeads will kind of like make and carve out like an area to hide the slaughterhouse behind, so it doesn't get just canceled right here. This is actually more of an issue for orcs, but sometimes humans do that against orcs. But sometimes humans do this. All right, it looks like that's a free footy. He's just gonna coil that. Militia come out to help. Only 3 militia. That was kind of weird. Let's check Hawk's teching or tech time. It's not super crazy.
Players' forces are under attack.
Looks like Hawk's having wood problems again. He's making the Sim City now, so maybe it looks like that just cause of that. But Hawk doesn't really have any footmen right here. So maybe he should invest into more footmen in the beginning. Just kind of hold down the fort more. Happy getting the water element right here. Doing a good job keeping all his fiends alive. Lich pretty stacked already, but he has no coils, so it's kind of dangerous. He has 2 fiends pocketed right here, dealing with these towers, but I don't think he got the cancel on it. He's got a weak fiend right here. He's got a statue finally coming. And this is where canceling that slaughterhouse kind of was a big deal. But now the statue's here. So he's going to basically have walking moonwells. He's going to be able to heal. There's literally nothing more satisfying as an undead player, I swear, than having a ton of fiends like this that are weak. Just having a statue come up and heal them. Just makes me bust a nut, I swear. Alright, so Hawk needs to be pretty careful. He has the heal potion. But he needs to be careful because Archmage is pretty weak. He's got decent footies numbers now. It's kind of awkward with the 2. It's like water elements versus water elements. It's kind of awkward. But Happy has a Nova right here. I wonder how he's going to use it. If he's going to use it to steal that, but he doesn't. I think most of that camp went to Hawk. That was a pretty successful creep jack. I'm surprised Happy didn't engage into that fight more. He's going to get another footman right here, and that's level 2. With the frost armor, most likely, which is going to be a big help against these footies. He's already level 3. He's getting a backpack, so I'm assuming once this fiend comes out, he's going to bring the orb. I think Happy bought another claws, so this freaking lich is going to have plus 20. Building the barracks in the workshop at the expo. Pretty neat. He's halfway to tier 3. Hawk doesn't look like he's super behind this time around as the second game. And yeah, Hawk's going to go ahead and creep up. Try to get level 2. But he's getting creep jacked. Here comes the Pit Lord. And this is the scary timing that we all know and love by the undead. But Hawk's doing a good job keeping his buying himself time. He's probably going to try to maybe siege into this base, try to get some kills. Happy's going to see that, so, or at least predict that, so he's just going to chase him. I wonder if it's just worth it to... Yeah, he's just going to go for the creeping right here. And if Hawk does come around, he's just going to go ahead and attack him. It's like Hawk's like, ooh, a little bit of that camp. But Happy creeping up super fast. Gets the bow chimes. Not a good item. Not a really an item you want. Most likely going to sell because it doesn't really work for fiends. It's okay for the Pit Lord. Okay for the DK, but DK has literally a terrible attack rate. He hits every 4 seconds, so it's not really that good of an item. Most likely, my prediction is he is going to sell those chimes and buy a Claws plus 9 if he can, because that is just what Happy does. And look at this Lich, those 2 claws that he bought. This freaking Lich is stacked now.
A player's forces are under attack.
Alright, so Hawk's about to get level 2 on the MK. He's got tier 3 out. He's making some knights, pumping out some gyros. Oh, excuse me. And he does sell the bone chimes. Buys a circlet. Interesting. Buys an invul. Got the one destroyer out. Happy sitting at 49 supply. This 49 supply is super scary. He's got the other ziggurat out in case for when he does go over the 50 food limit.
Player's forces are under attack.
He goes into upkeep. Right now, Happy is just... Once he gets 43 heroes, I predict he's probably going to attack. So right now, that's kind of like his power spike. He's in his power spike right now. He knows he can take all of these big giant camps. Destroyer gets caught. He actually got ensnared by the creeps, I think. That Destroyer might go down. No, he does not, but really close. No coil yet, but he's going to have the coil for it soon. Is he actually? Holy crap. That Destroyer might go down.
Player's forces are
And that Destroyer does go down. Huh, nice catch. Pretty lucky find by Hawk. Getting ensnared by those creeps right there. That kind of screwed up Happy a bit. I bet you he's kind of irritated by that. He's got the ward right here. Sees that the Archmage is over here. But Hawk's got the flying machines, man. Doesn't actually kill the ward. He says, screw it. I'm just going to keep you there. Interesting. Alright, so what is Hawk going to do? Hawk's got some balls, man. Engaging into this damn freaking... I mean, I know he's just... I know he's just like kind of picking at it, but like... If I was in his position, I guess he's got staff, but... Getting cold Novid on his MK. Oh, he's got the rune bracers. Really good item for the MK. Amazing item. It kind of quite makes you wonder. There's always this like weird conversation about whether or not to put the rune bracers on the Archmage or the MK. But looks like he's gonna have an MK, which makes sense because MK's in the front line. So Hawk's getting some hero levels. Looks like Happy is literally only concerned about building his supply up from 50 and getting these hero levels. Alright, looks like Happy is gonna expand. Let's do it. And Hawk's gonna go for this red camp. Interesting. He definitely can do it. But this Rana Golem does serious damage. Fun fact, if you didn't know, and I didn't know this not long ago, I'm trying to find it. There it is. There's a turtle on this map that is named after the great prophet himself, Neo. Neo, the best guy in the community. And they turned him into a turtle on this map. Alright. So, looks like Happy's finally sick with this game. He just wants to pull it up to 2-0, go into the next game. He's got his 63 supply. Hawk's got 72, but he does have this. He doesn't have the best hero levels. DK 4.6, Lich 4.1, not super crazy. Pit Lord almost level 4 as well. Happy got good items. He's got good items in the Lich. Got a greater healing. And actually the one is pretty good because Hawk has no freaking arcane system, so there's no dispel for that. So the wand's going to be good. He's got the wand of mana stealing to take mana from the Mountain King, more coils for the DK. It looks like Hawk got a Hooded Cunning for that camp. Literally probably one of the worst items he could have got. Medallion would have been good. Helm of Valor would have been okay. Hooded Cunning. It's okay on the Mountain King, I guess. But preferably he would have wanted... Well, really the worst item would have been, besides the aura, maybe Hood and Cutting or Heavenly Valor. Oh, possession! We got possession here, and kind of just... He just walks away. That's kind of lame. Alright, so we got the expansion coming up. Looks like Happy's just playing this game safe. And yeah. Happy took away the mantle on his Lich. Gave it to the DK. Have more survivability on that Lich. Safe decision. That +3 damage is not worth it when you don't have an invul. It's really not worth it. And it's kind of like last game almost, without the whole peasant noises. Without the constant rain of fire and novaing. Happy scouting for the creepy expansion right here. Usually humans don't go for that, but that's something you expect from a night elf. But Happy just scouting, just in case. You never know. Can never be too safe. All right. Hawk 4-3-2 heroes. Happy almost 5 4-3 almost 4 heroes. 79 supply for Happy, 80 supply for Hawk. He's got Banshees, a crap ton of Banshees. This curse is going to be insane. He's got no destroyers just like last time. Pit Lord in the front line, perfect position for Happy right now. Look at all these fiends. Look at the Banshees. And oh my god. Hawk literally pulling out New York, pulling out everybody he knows to come to this fight with all those militia. And then he just pulls them back. It's got 6 knights, decent knight numbers. No upgrades on the knights. 2 upgrades on the Morts. Interesting. 2 flying machines, but that doesn't really matter since there's no destroyers. And here we got the first big fight. So DK, all the heroes really have a lot of mana. He's kiting back. Kills his own flying machines. The peasants are just gonna die unnecessarily right here, but it does really help into those big fights if you don't back up like Happy does. He is careful with the way he picks his engagement. Nice Stormball kill on the Banshee. The Banshees are not in the fight right now. Good AoE damage on the Fiends. And look at this curse. All this curse applied to these Knights. These Knights are going to have a tough time against these freaking Fiends. Pit Lord has a mental. Interesting. Alright. Look at this positioning by Happy. Just having the Pit Lord in the front with the Frost Armor to tank. He always has the coil ready for that Pit Lord in case. Nice illusion. Might go for the nuke! But the Nova does not reach. In fact, I don't even think he had no mana for the Nova. So that was kind of a waste of coil. I mean, he had the Holy Light. Hawk just needs... I just don't know if I agree with this composition. I think the proper way to play is to have like 7 breakers, 3 knights, then a ton of flying machines, and some morts. But you don't really need morts if he doesn't have banshees. And he's not gonna go banshees if he has breakers. He might, maybe, but I doubt it. Happy having the 3 statues always in case he wants to go into destroyer. Having the coil on the Pit Lord, it's always there. Look at that beautiful, beautiful move right there by Happy. Yes. Oh, 2 levels. Nice. Look at that beautiful move by Happy, though. He basically has the Pit Lord surrounded, Hawk, and then what Happy does is he puts himself in a position right next to the Pit Lord where he can't get fully surrounded, but like in a way where like it's not a threat to both of his heroes. Like he easily makes a giant gap for his Pit Lord in order to get out. It's not going to be some like little tough way to get out. Oh my god, Hawk ends up getting this expansion off, but it's just kind of getting murked now.
A player's forces are under attack.
Now, this makes you wonder... This makes you wonder, is this expansion really worth it, or if he just would have went into a higher supply, got some armor upgrades, got some attack upgrades. Archmage pretty weak right now. He's just gonna get healed up. But this expansion, like, look at him. Like, Happy's like, dude, you're not getting this, and he's just expanding in his face. He's even got his own knight. Oh, his own knight betraying his brethren. Look at this knight. Betraying his own brethren right here. Disgraceful. Awkward position right here. But Hawk doesn't capitalize. Right now, Happy doesn't really have a lot of mana, so he just stick around these statues. For sure. And these games are like really long. They're not super crazy games, but alright. Nice Storm Bolt. Getting decent damage on that DK. The DK is just going to back up with that Holy Aura and those statues. He's really going to just come back up to HP soon. Pit Lord not as good of a position as before. He is getting Ring of Fire damage, but he's not really. He's not really hitting anything. So that DK is tanking for no reason. Not really a good positioning by Happy. The Mountain King needs to be careful. He might get nuked. Gets the Holy Light, but the Holy Light's only level 1, so it's not really that big of a deal. And these Knights are basically just doing nothing because of that curse. And this is the problem is, when you go into all these morts, yeah, they do great damage against these Banshees. And he was losing those Banshees, looks like. But just, is it really worth it because to not go Breakers? Because these Knights, that's the main damage defining unit here. Those Knights need to supplement this damage. Does he have any upgrades coming on right now? He has no upgrades. He has a lot of gold, a lot of wood, and he's not getting upgrades. Like, why? Alright, he's breaking upkeep. Nope, no he's not. Never mind, he's back. Alright, he's getting armor upgrades. He's getting a 3rd armor upgrade. No attack upgrades. Which kind of makes sense. Because there's curse on these Knights. So if you think about it, they're not going to be hitting as much. So survivability is pretty key here. Because basically, I'm guessing with these armor upgrades against this curse, Hawk just wants to liquidate the fight down to the point where he can try to keep his units alive and dwindle down Happy's HP. But the problem with that is Undead has just so much sustainability. We have another fight coming down. Great position by the Morts and the Knights right here. Nice Storm Bolt on the Pit Lord. Now he has the anti-magic applied. Before he didn't, so he took a lot of unnecessary damage. Oh, those Morts. What are those Morts doing? Those Morts are really reaching for those Banshees. I guess they got the kills, but they're just paying the price for it. All the Morts are dead. Hawk loses the game just like that. Just by that one mistake. By that one mistake. That is the game. Alright. Interesting. So, last map is going to be, or the next map, is going to be on Autumn Leaves. For some reason, I thought Hawk was up too. I haven't seen the series yet. Kind of a weird game. It's just like the second game, but it was a lot better for Hawk. But I don't know. It's this unit composition that's super awkward and weird for me. I just don't see the, like, I feel like it's a necessity to get breakers against Banshees. Alright, so we have Autumn Leaves, another new map on here, but I haven't really played this map as much, so I'm not really aware of the creep rats on this map. I'm assuming Hawk is going to play a fast expansion again, but I have seen Blade play a lot of one base on this map, and I think he's the best human in Europe right now. Probably not the best against DK, but he definitely is the best against Crypt Lord. But Happy's probably not going to go for Crypt Lord, which he is not. He's got the Acolyte Scout right here. He's going for the standard build that we have seen every game. The question is whether or not he is going to go for a Slaughterhouse and a Fast Lich, and then into tech. It's kind of interesting how I wonder how he makes these decisions. I'm guessing they're map based. I also am curious if he's going to go for the second rod as well. Let's see if he queues it. Looks like he's not going to. Well, maybe he doesn't queue it right now, but by the way, guys, if you are enjoying this video and you have somehow made it this far into the video, I'm so grateful. Thank you. Honestly, any sort of support, I'm really thankful for. I do want to get my name out there, so make sure to subscribe. Follow me on Twitch, ScottWC3. And I'm also on Twitter, GodsWC3. It might be Gods_WC3. Honestly, I just changed my Twitter name, so I don't remember. For years, I was a Destiny player, Destiny 1 player. I played competitively, so that was my old name. It is Gods_WC3. That is my Twitter. I'll put everything, all my socials, in the description down below. This is just for the people who may have missed out on the Back to Warcraft when they streamed it live. I believe it was just Remo casting, but it might have been Side too. I actually don't remember. I think it was just Remo casting that day. But this is for the people who just want to watch it either again, or maybe they want to hear a new caster. But thank you guys for watching. If you have made it this far, let me know if you have any tips. Feel free to leave any tips, leave any criticism. I'm not a bitch, so I don't mind the criticism. So he is going to go for the expansion right here. Let's talk about the game now, but thank you guys so much if you have made it this far. So Hawk's going to go for this fast expansion. Hawk, or not Hawk. Happy's not going to get the level 2. He doesn't have another rod. This is not level 2, is it? Yeah. Does he have another Fiend? He still has the Acolyte. This weird opening by Happy. Then again, I don't know this map that well, so I don't know if this is just specific to this map. He's got the Fiend coming out. Let's see if he has the item upgrade. He does not. He's just bringing the Fiend. So just like game 3. And game 1. He's taking the Fiend back. I wonder if he's going to bring the Rod. So this is why it's so important to get DK2 before you harass this. Because if you don't have DK2, for one, you're not faster. But for 2, you really need that HP recovery. Because it lets you stay here so much longer. This is looking like a pretty clean expansion by Hawk. It's not as strong as it used to be with the DK harasses early. But it can still be pretty annoying. Acolyte's even dishing out some damage right here. Nice little block by Happy right there. I don't think that peasant was going anywhere, so that peasant might as well have stayed. Bringing out Militia. This is cool. This is a great thing I love about Hawk too. Great thing about Hawk is that I love when you have... Most humans don't do this, but the pros do this. Well, you don't need to bring out so much Militia for stuff like this. He only brings out 2, and that's enough to basically deal with those little skeletons. Basically deal with the push and the harass. And some footmen as well. Makes the Arcane Vault right away, so kind of different from the first game. He's going to be delaying his tech for this. Interesting. So he's getting the tower. He's got the tower. He has a shop coming up. I don't know how much that's going to delay his tech, but it certainly is. Oh, nice last hit by Hawk, dude. What a beast. He's got a claw, so it kind of helped out right there. The DK has a slipper. It's not really a good item unless you're getting Dark Ranger, but typically on this, the way Happy plays against human, he doesn't usually get this. He doesn't usually get Dark Ranger. So if Hawk was getting a ton of rifles, then Dark Ranger would be good, but he's not. He might. You never know. Alright, so we got the little scrap right here. Happy's gonna get this footman with the coil. Some skeletons more going down. And he's gonna wake up the creeps before he can get the experience. Nice deny by Happy. Alright, let's check Hawk's tech. Alright, so he's about almost a quarter of the way. While Happy's Lich is already out. Slaughterhouse is almost finished. And it looks like he got the Lich and the Slaughterhouse before he goes to get this tier 3 upgrade. Alright. What's going on here, Happy? What weird plans do you have, man? You can't get that water lily, maybe. But he's not going to invest a Coil or Nova into that. Lots of food here. A lot different from the other game on Northern Isles. He actually has decent footy numbers this time around, which it's kind of necessary because if you don't have a lot of footy numbers, you can't really hold this attack as well. Has lots of peasants right here in case he needs repair. He just has a freaking tower here that's not even being built, but he definitely should start that. Now, does he have the wood upgrade? Okay, he barely starts it just now. I think Hawk probably could have went for that a little bit sooner, because I've noticed throughout these games that Hawk has, and usually he does, usually a lot of humans do, they usually have wood problems, so he probably should have queued that a little bit sooner, but it's not like a game-breaking decision. And the Fiend, nice micro by Happy, putting some damage on the statue by Hawk. These defend footies, not really super easy to deal with, but they are dealable. Happy has another Nova right here. He's not going to use it yet because if he uses the Nova now, we're not going to guarantee himself any kills, most likely. He might use it right here, yes. Footmen are in a bad spot. They're all clumped up. If you look at this fight, it kind of just looks weird, doesn't it? Like, it's just kind of like just like to hear like some fiends attacking some footmen, just kind of walking around. It's kind of really slow. But there are games with the human versus undead where you have these big, huge armies, big, huge, these like giant freaking hero levels, high hero levels, and it is a good fight, good game. But for the most part in the beginning, this is kind of just standard. You mostly just see the standard stuff. Peasants repairing the shop. I'm surprised Hawk doesn't put any like farms here in this area to maybe discombobulate this army. Alright, so he's got tier 3 coming. Mountain King came out. He's got a second barracks coming out. Where's the workshop at? He has no workshop at the moment. Happy at tier 3 already. This Fiend's probably bringing the orb. Yes, he is. Happy getting the orb now. So now, here comes around his power spike. Ooh, just a bit of lag. Sorry for that. I apologize. If it has been laggy this whole time, I also apologize for that. I actually don't know how it looks. Alright. So what's going on here? Alright, so we got Destroyer in the air. We got the 5 Fiends. We got the 1 statue. We have the Pit Lord. Now we just need this DK level 3 and then probably this Lich level 2, and we'll truly have that that undead power spike that Happy will probably take advantage of. But I could also see Happy just going for a fast expansion again. Gets the Book of the Dead. Actually not a bad item considering that Hawk does not like to go for Arcane Sanctums. Just can't really dispel it. He's probably going to use it right here, actually. I could totally see him using it in this main as well. Alright, this is why the Frost Armor is great. You apply it and it just slows down these footies and this Mountain King right-click damage. This shop is going to go down. Hawk can't afford to lose so much HP on these peasants so early. Hawk's probably going to make a shop either in his main or maybe somewhere in the back right here. Not sure. So there's like, the thing with Happy now is like he's just dwindled down these footy numbers that this is nothing at the right. Like he's just not caring about what this guy's doing right now. He's just dealing with the towers. Pillow taking decent damage by these freaking guard towers. Applies the Frost Armor on him. Makes him a little bit more tanky. With the coil. Happy, sitting at 55 supply. Alright, he's breaking upkeep now. So pay attention to Happy's supply. So he basically banks at around 50 because that's his power spike. The human is not a threat at all. He knows that the human is barely reaching tier 3. He's making his army. But he has no shop now. So that's kind of a... He needs to remake that shop, put more money into that. He's got, not really good gyro numbers. Gets to boot the Quetzalcoatl. Oh man, Remo would be going apeshit right now if Happy had a Dark Ranger, but he does not. Remo always busts a nut when he sees that. And with the slippers, oh man, that would have been so good. Alright, So no mana tower means the mana, you can utilize your mana way more better here. I'm surprised he's not going for these guard towers. He's just going for the peasants right now. And Hawk freaking jumping into this fight right here. Alright, this first Fiend looks like he might go down. Coils it, no Frost Armor applied, but he does save the Fiend. Nice save on the Fiend right there. Oh, but the Knight is going to get it. Alright, so he puts out the Book of the Dead. There's no Death Spell for that. Keep that in mind. So this Book of the Dead is not super bad. But they are really fragile units, so they're not really doing all that much. But it's not that bad. We still got some skeletons coming out around and about. We've got 2 Knights right here, 2 Gyros. Not really good. Hawk needs to get decent, at least 6 Gyros. At least for this, maybe more for these 2 Destroyers. These 2 Destroyers are just going to put out so much damage. And look at this. Hawk just, Happy just puts out these 2 heroes. This Pit Lord and this Dark Ranger, or not this Dark Ranger, this Lich. That's all he does. And right now, he's going to have a... Okay, he's not going to have a Nova because he puts Frost Armor on Pit Lord. Oof. With no mana tower here, man. With no shop here, this is a lot harder to defend. Looks like Happy's going to back off. Probably go for some creeping of his own. Is he going to make an Acolyte? He's got some Fiends here that he saved, looks like maybe. Another statue. Alright. Another Slippers. Oh my god, imagine if he had a Dark Ranger. Imagine. But this Lich is going to be having a fast attack speed, though, with all this agility. Alright, looks like we got Destroyers. 4 Destroyers, man. Let's go. Let's do it. He does have decent gyro numbers, but now we have probably Web, probably all these Destroyers, but look at how much mana these Destroyers have. All that freaking damage that they can put out on these flying machines. Hawk has no TP, keep that in mind. He does have a big invul on the MK, and he does have a potion on the Archmage. That Knight is just gonna go down low. God. Man, these Destroyers, he just needs an answer for these Destroyers. I'm assuming he's pumping out more flying machines right here, but he just has no gold. He's been losing so much from this harass. And right here, really good position for Hawk because of those guard towers that are up. But he needs to be careful investing in. Nice creep attack right, or behind attack right here by Hawk. It's actually not that bad of a fight, but he is still losing gyros. I don't think he got a Destroyer yet. He might have got one. Yeah, Happy did save one. Pulling out the militia. Calling out the officers, man. They just get absolutely wrecked in Nova. Look at that cleave putting in work. Even though it's level 1, it's actually doing decent damage against those freaking militia. The Destroyers? They look like they might go down. They might go down. I got 2 super weak Destroyers. Ooh, nice experience boost by Hawk. Well played. Probably has a staff for this Paladin. Nice staff. It's going to actually have to TP Happy. And that was a pretty good fight by Hawk, actually. I really, really like that fight by Hawk. He did excellent right there. He basically had gyros in a position where once he came in and attacked with those Destroyers, these 2 guard towers really had good support for those gyros. And when that happened, Hawk just came around and just stabbed him from the back. It was really well played. Alright, Happy needs to be careful now. Let's Lich. Alright, finally, Happy's happy. Gets a Claws. He's probably going to get an invul. Mana low on the Death Knight. Is he going to re-expand here? Probably not, but he might. I don't know. Pit Lord, over here, harassing the peasants. Being annoying, as usual. Decent items on the Mountain King, a ring and a circlet. It's really not that bad. Gives him more survivability, especially considering that there's over corruption. And this game's not looking too bad for Hawk this time around. That fight that he took was a pretty nice fight taken by him. So now Hawk can kind of walk around the map and creep freely because Happy's not a big threat right now. Alright, Happy breaks upkeep. If you're paying attention to the resource score, I should have pointed it out. If you're paying attention, he was kind of just banking under 50 food. He was at 49 supply. And he does this a lot of the time. He's just banking, getting back his supply. He's gonna take another fight probably. He's just gonna creep some more. Right now he's got 4-4, almost 4-4 heroes. But this creep right here is definitely gonna be really close. Damn, look at that damage. 2-2 fiends right now. He invested a lot of money into the upgrades. What item does it get? He gets ooh, claws plus 12. And if it takes away the slippers, a slipper gives a claw to the lich. Yeah. That's gonna be big boy damage. He sells the slippers, I believe. No, he keeps the slippers. Okay. Alright, Hawk's kind of creeping up on here. He hasn't done the red camp yet. Surprisingly. I don't know why, but he hasn't. Greater mana, good item for the MK. Good item for the paladin as well. Happy. Not a good spot. He has no TP. He needs to be very careful right here with the nuke. By the human with the Holy Light and the Storm Ball. Good. Rain of Fire putting out damage on almost everything. Jesus. But that fiend is going to go down most likely. Alright, yep. That fiend is going to go down. I think Happy lost another destroyer if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, it looks like he did. Those gyros did a good job killing the destroyer. Hawk is taking a pretty good game. Now, this is a good game. Good fights taken by Hawk so far. He's got decent gyro numbers now. He just needs the upgrades. So he has the Devotion Ore, looks like. I believe he did not go for the Invul this time around. That's pretty good because now these knights have more survivability. Happy just needs to kite like a madman, though. He is so good at kiting. Doing a really good job keeping his heroes in the front line. DK, though, not in a good position. He has no TP. He needs to squirm out. Oh, goes for the nuke, but doesn't get the paladin. And the DK is so weak. He's so weak. He still has a heal scroll in just in case, but now the target is Lich, but he does have the info, so he's not going to be going down anytime soon. And Happy just needs to make sure that he keeps his DK alive. But it looks like he's putting out decent damage on this fight. This DK is already freaking coming back up, using the heal scroll actually, so I didn't pay attention to that, but he did use the heal scroll to heal back up, and now it looks like he's turning this fight around. 55 supply against 70 supply right now. Good hero levels on both sides. Lich in really bad trouble. Needs to be careful. He might get the Lich. Oh! Nice Holy Light to freaking finish off that Lich. How often do you see Happy lose this Lich? Not really. He's usually a really good job at doing that, but he had no coil. Yes, he had the mana potion from earlier, but not looking like a good fight from Hawk. Alright, so he has 5 on the DK. Or not looking like a good fight from Happy. Sorry. Alright, so we got a weak paladin right here. Oh, we have a low 5 DK. Everybody's just kind of scrambling around now. This is kind of awkward. Yeah, Hawk's like, alright, I don't feel comfortable with this, and he just kind of TPs out. I say that's a safe move. But his supply did go down. But the thing is that Hawk can afford when he loses stuff compared to Happy, because Hawk has an expansion. However, he cannot afford to lose this blacksmith. He needs upgrades. Like, he needs them. Probably maybe not right now, but later down the road he will need them. Alright. Sorry, so back to the harass with the Pit Lord. All these peasants super weak. He definitely needs to shop and hold the regen on those peasants. But alright, here's the next fight. We got decent knight numbers. We got about 6 knights. Where are the gyros? I guess he doesn't really need them because there's no destroyers. MK kind of in trouble. MK doesn't have anything. Where's the staff? Where's the staff? He does not staff. Where was the Archmage? I guess the Archmage was out of range. Honestly, the MK should have just ran. I don't know what he was attacking there. I don't know what he was doing there. He could have easily saved them by going up and around, but he didn't. Hawk, you're doing pretty decent, but that mistake, you can't lose your MK like that. That Stormball is very much needed for these confirmed kills. He's going to get this blacksmith now. And without an MK, you lose so much of your damage. And look at this. He literally cannot go for the Tavern Hero. Or Tavern Res. Oh, those gyros getting picked off. That's much more experience. Much more experience that might give the Lich, maybe give the Lich level 5. Once he gets level 5, there's going to be crazy nuke. Pops some mana potion. Nice freaking staff saving that paladin. That probably would have been a kill considering he has a level 3 coil. And Happy probably going to go to town on these peasants again with that cleave. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh, I'm just going ape shit. Oh, look at me. Pillar said, get out of my face, bro. Look at me, man. I'm a boss, man. Alright, we got the level 5 Lich, man. We got the level ultimate nuke, man. The most annoying thing in the game for some people. I personally love it. But it is kind of OP, I'm not gonna lie. Alright, we got decent night numbers here, but without that MK, ooh, big Nova. Look at that Nova, it really hurts right here. But without that MK, man, just it's hard to survive here. This expansion is definitely gonna go down now. He's got 3-2 fiends, really good upgrades, good hero levels. No destroyer is really needed right now. Ooh, god, just that rain of fire, that Nova. Just dishing out so much damage. 2 knights going down, 3 knights going down. Look at that, perfectly calculated on that last knight with that rain of fire damage. Rain of fire on all the peasants. Finally, the MK comes back too late though. Hawk is down to 39 supply. Everything's going down. Meanwhile, Happy has an expansion coming back up, and Hawk must be leaving the game soon because there's just no way he can win this. He cannot win this fight with these hero levels. He can't win with this supply deficit. He can't win knowing that the expansion is literally about to come out, and there's nothing he can do about it. And this is just GG pretty much. There's nothing he can do. Happy just playing an excellent game, but Hawk making some mistakes that you can't afford, and that's it. That's the GG. Alright, thank you everybody for watching. Please make sure to subscribe if you haven't already. I would really appreciate it. Like I said, this is my casting debut, so sorry if it wasn't as good or clean as you liked. There's some quality issues I gotta work on too, but yeah, thank you for watching. That was Happy versus Hawk in the ESL Europe Cup, Weekly Cup. I believe it was number 67. I don't know. You'll know in the title. But anyways, thank you for watching, and peace out.